Hey, SKOL Vikings faithful. What's up, Purple Pride Warriors? This is your die-hard Vikings fan, straight from the heart of Minnesota, breaking down the hottest news from Vikings news. Because if you're not fired up about our boys in purple, who is? Grab your horns because today we're diving into that absolute demolition we just handed to the Washington Commanders. A 31-0 shutout that had me screaming at my TV like it was the NFC Championship all over again. JJ McCarthy? The kid looked like a wizard out there, slicing and dicing for 163 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 picks, his best game yet. But hold up, because while we're popping champagne on that offensive clinic, there's this near-miss deep ball to Justin Jefferson that's got me hyped for what's next. Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll be pounding your chest yelling, "SKOL!" Let's charge into the highlights, shall we? Man, that opening drive. Pure poetry in motion. JJ steps back, calm as can be, and lasers an 18-yard touchdown to Josh Oliver on just the 7th play. Boom. 7-0 before the Commanders could even blink. It's like watching a young gun finally holster the doubts. After that concussion sidelined him last week and we got blanked ourselves, this felt like sweet, sweet revenge. The crowd at US Bank Stadium erupted. I swear, even my dog started howling from the couch. And get this, McCarthy completed 8 of his first 9 passes for 99 yards right out the gate. Efficiency? Off the charts. This wasn't just a win. It was a statement that our signal caller is growing up fast. What do you think, fam? Is this the turning point we've been waiting for? But let's pump the brakes for a sec. Remember, the Commanders marched right back, chewing up yards and staring down 4th and goal from our 2-yard line. Hearts in throats, right? Deebo Samuel stumbles on a pass from Jaden Daniels, and poof, turnover on downs. Brian Flores' defense bends but doesn't break, holding firm like the purple people eaters of old. That stop? Gold. It flipped the script, gave us the ball back, and set the tone. No mercy today. I was fist-pumping so hard I nearly spilled my hot dish. Vikings Nation, drop in the comments. How many times have we seen drives like that fizzle out? Not today. Now, fast forward to the second quarter, and holy horns, that 19-play, 98-yard masterpiece. Clock-eating clinic, 12 minutes and 1 second of pure grind, converting 5 third downs, including 3 on 6+ yards to go. Jordan Mason caps it with an 8-yard rumble into the end zone, 14-0, and the Commanders are gasping. McCarthy? Pocket general, distributing like a pro, short dumps to keep chains moving, smart audibles to exploit mismatches. Stats don't lie, longest Vikings drive since 2000. Tied for the NFL's best this year. I felt like I was watching a chess match where our QB was 3 moves ahead. Who's your MVP from that possession? Hit me up below. Teasing you a bit here because as dominant as that was, the defense stole the show early. After our second score, Washington tries to answer. But nope, Harrison Smith, the ageless wonder, picks off Marcus Mariota on his first drive after Daniels goes down with another elbow tweak. Smith's 38th career INT, more than any active player. That's veteran savvy, turning potential momentum into purple confetti. The stadium? Electric. Flores unit forced 3 takeaways total, including a Javon Hargrave fumble recovery on a scramble. We held M to 114 total yards, laughable. SKOL to the D, but tell me, does this shutout erase the sting from last week's blanking? Or are we just getting started? Shifting gears to the run game. Oh baby. 162 yards on the deck. Aaron Jones explodes for 76 on 14 carries, bulldozing holes like it's his personal turf. Jordan Mason chips in 52 on 11, including that TD dagger. And McCarthy? The kid scrambles for 19 yards on 6 pops, highlighted by that 16-yard dart when things got dicey. Balanced attack? Check. We went run-heavy smartly with 28 rushes to 29 dropbacks, O'Connell scheming like a mad genius. After our offense sputtered for 22 straight possessions without a TD last week, this was liberation. Fans, what's your take? Can we ride this ground and pound into the playoffs or not? Midway through the second half, McCarthy threads another beauty. His second TD strike to Oliver, making it 24-0. Tight ends owning the day. All 3 scores to that crew, with TJ Hawkinson snagging the third later for a 2-yard gem. JJ's passer rating? A crisp 129.2. No turnovers in his 7th start. First time ever after those 10 picks haunted us early. He absorbed 4 sacks but bounced back like a champ, hitting outbreaking routes with zip. Remember that eerily similar throw to Jordan Addison, echoing his Week 1 magic against the Bears? Goosebumps. This offense hummed at peak efficiency most all season. Who's feeling the hype? Sound off. But let's not gloss over the what-ifs, because even in a blowout, there's storytelling gold. Picture this. O'Connell dials up a deep shot to Justin Jefferson, our superstar WR1, streaking wide open downfield. McCarthy hits the top of his drop. JJ's got separation for days. The crowd holds its breath. But right guard Ed Ingram gets bull-rushed back into the pocket by a Commanders defender, pressure mounting like a thriller movie. JJ slides left to fire, but an A-gap rusher collapses the lane. No dice on the bomb. Instead, he flips it into a 16-yard scramble, ! Sure, but man, that could have been 6. O'Connell postgame. He had a chance for a touchdown there, but we're going to find ways to get Justin the ball. Chills. Vikings peeps. Does this fire you up or frustrate you more? Zoom in on that play. Jefferson springs open right as McCarthy plants his feet. It's textbook. Route run to perfection. Safety biting on a double move. JJ's got that burner speed, turning a simple go route into a potential 50-yard prayer. But football's cruel. That pocket intrusion from the right side scrambles everything. McCarthy doesn't panic. He creates, juking for positive yards. His growth raw and real. O'Connell drew it up on the sideline, scheming motion to isolate. We saw flashes like this all game, explosive potential bubbling. After JJ's quiet stat lines lately, just 15 yards over 2 games, this near-miss screams promise. What if we connect next time? The league wouldn't know what hit him. And speaking of JJ, the man's leadership? Untouchable. O'Connell nailed it. If Justin has demonstrated anything this year, the leadership smile on his face right now, he wants to win. Even without gaudy numbers Sunday, he was pumping fists after every chain mover, hyping the sideline like the captain he is. It's not always going to show in the stat sheet, KO said, but he means the world to this organization. Jefferson's been elite, top 10 in explosive gains with 21 this season, 11 catches of 20+. That contested catch prowess? 8 of 15 for 145 yards. He's driving the ship, pulling teammates along. No ego, just fire. Who's your favorite JJ moment from this grind? Share it. Let's celebrate our king. Wrapping the offensive layers, positives everywhere. But that efficiency. McCarthy operated like a vet. Quick progressions, smart decisions, no forced throws. We went 6-4-11 on 3rd downs, 2-4-2 on 4th. Total yards, 313 to their 114. After a -15 turnover margin league worst, we flipped to +3 takeaways. Historic, 2 first team since '92 to shut out after being shut out. Flores D, 2 picks, a fumble grab, and that goal line stand. Commanders' 8-game skid? Brutal. But us? Snapping a 4-game L streak at 5-8. Feels like momentum. Diehards, are we buyers on a late surge? Or keeping expectations real? Teaser time. As we cruise to that final TD, Hawkinson's 2-yarder sealing 31-0, think about the big picture. McCarthy's first 3 TD game, first home win in a month, first shutout since 23's ugly 3-0 at Vegas. But those explosive teases to Jefferson? They're the spark. O'Connell's right. We're scheming to unleash him. JJ's smile post-game? Pure leadership gold. He did it again today, KO said. Playing at a high level. Not always in boxes, but in heart. This performance? No JJ TDs, but his energy fueled it. Imagine when those deep balls connect. Playoffs. Anyone? What's your bold prediction for Week 15? Diving deeper into the run dominance, Jones' 76 yards weren't just numbers. They were chain breakers, wearing down a D that came in allowing 4.7 per carry. Mason's 52? Gritty. including that 98-yard drive TD. McCarthy's legs added spice, that 16-yard scamper after the JJ miss, pocket escape artistry. We controlled possession, outlasting them 35-plus minutes. After scoring 0 TDs in our last 22 possessions, this was resurrection. Stats back it, 69.6% completion for JJ, career high. No INTs. Finally, Vikings fans, does this make you trust the process more? Drop a SKOL. If yes, now the defensive masterclass deserves its own roar. Flores crew. Minimal production allowed. 3 turnovers forced. That Mariota pick by Smith? Vintage, his 38th leading actives. Hargrave's strip sack recovery? Timely chaos. And stuffing Daniels' crew on 4th and goal? Bend don't break perfection. Washington, last year's NFC Championship foes, looked lost 8 straight losses. Out of playoffs. Our secondary blanketed McLaurin. Run D held to 107. First shutout since 19 for them, ouch. But for us? Therapeutic. Who's your D-line hero? Comments go. Storytelling the close. Kneel downs in victory formation. McCarthy handing off calm as a lake. 31-0 final, our biggest shutout margin since '80. O'Connell postgame glow. JJ got moved off the spot but created magic. That sideline scramble after the JJ shot? 16 yards of heart. We're finding ways for Jefferson, for the run, for everything. Leadership from JJ. As long as we win, that's what I care about. Even pumping fists on non-his plays. This org thrives on that. Explosives are coming, 21 big gains for JJ already. Big step forward? Absolutely. Fam, ready for more? One more layer on JJ's intangibles. That leadership smile O'Connell raved about? Is why we love him. Despite quiet yards, he was everywhere. Hyping Addison's grabs, rallying after stops. You don't have a day like today without Justin driving forward, KO said. His contested catches? Elite, 145 yards on those. And those 11 20-plus yarders? Threat level max. Even in a T-heavy day, all TDs to them. JJ's presence stretched the field. That open sprint on the deep ball? Recipe for future bombs. Vikings Nation, how many TDs does JJ snag next game? Predict below. Tying it back to McCarthy's growth. Those outbreaking routes to Addison? Carbon copy of Week 1 versus Bears. Precise. Anticipatory. Hit M for key conversions. Overall, offense thrived on levels. Balance, decisions, explosiveness teased. But work remains, that pocket protection glitch on the JJ play. Right guard pushed deep, a gap rush. Fries, Wait, Ingram. In face, JJ couldn't step into it. Turned minus to plus with legs. O'Connell. Still some work, but positives galore. Efficiency peaked, best all season. Who's optimistic for the kid? Thumbs up in chat. As we hit the final whistle vibes, reflect. From shutout victims to shutout artists in a week, historic. McCarthy's maturity shown. No risks, all rewards. Defense dominated, run game pounded, passes zipped. And JJ? The glue. He wants to win, O'Connell beamed. Those sideline designs for him? Paying off soon. Eventually they hit big step forward. 5-8 but breathing easier. SKOL to the search. What's your hottest take from this route? Wrapping the narrative arc, that second half shot to JJ exemplifies the edge. Open at drops apex, but pressure forces improv. McCarthy scrambles 16! Exclamation point. Per KO. We're scheming isolation, motion magic. Factors beyond catch. Pocket integrity, rush lanes. But creation, there. JJ's high-level play. Leadership over stats. Bringing teammates? Check. Org cornerstone. When these connect. Explosion. Fans. Does this game change your season outlook? Spill it. Final thoughts on the big win. 31-0 over last year's NFC foes. Cathartic. McCarthy's career best. 16 23rds. 163 yards. 3 TDs. 0 TOs. Run. 162 yards. D3 TOs. Historic shutout sandwich. But the story? Growth amid teases. JJ's fire, JJ's poise. O'Connell's vision. Find ways for Justin. It's coming. Vikings news delivering the pulse. We're building. Who's with me? Pumped for what's next. All right, Purple Army. We've relived the glory. From McCarthy's lasers to JJ's near-miss magic. That 31-0 clinic has us roaring. If this fired you up like it did me, smash that like button, drop your boldest Vikings prediction in the comments, subscribe for more Vikings news breakdowns, and share this with your fellow SKOL squad. Let's keep the momentum. Who's ready to own the division? SKOL Vikings.